Hey traders, Luke from Breakout-Trading here, and just going to start with a reminder that the special for the $40 lifetime account, that's a $40 lifetime account to join Breakout-Trading. That's a one-time fee. It's not monthly or weekly or anything like that. That ends Tuesday, and then the price is going to go up. So if you haven't taken advantage of that special, now might be the time. It's up to you. Uh, okay, so let's get down to what this is all about. I've been getting messages from a lot of you guys, and um, especially members of Breakout Trading, and a lot of people work, and I understand that you have to have a job. My goal is for one day, hopefully, if you want, you can quit that job and have your money work for you. But that's going to take some time, usually, although there are miraculous success stories where people pick it up right away, and everybody's different. But let's get down to it. What are we doing today? So I'm giving out some swings that I'm currently considering, and you know, basically because of your requests. And I understand. I want to give you good trades, stuff you can hold through the week and pull in a nice profit, or maybe even a day or two, maybe even 2 weeks. It all depends. The hope is always to get the execution as quick as possible. But if a stock is just rallying and going up, there's no reason to sell it. So all exits, entries, the time to get in, I will give you that through the text alerts. And of course, I trade live with you every morning, and I always trade my alerts as well. So in other words, I put my money where my mouth is. So let's look at the first one that I've added to the list. It's actually one that we're already in. So, but I do think that there's potential for re-entry. Where is it? Why is it on this side? Okay, so first one we're looking at is GE. GE had that big pull down because the Marco Polis guy, the guy that figured out Enron was committing fraud or whatever, or Madoff, one of the two. Yeah, he caught Madoff. It came out basically for a hedge fund and said this stock is committing fraud. Stock dumped and basically created an amazing buying opportunity. Even the CEO of the company put $2 million of his own money into this stock when it hit the bottom. So when that happened, it's a cheap stock, so you could literally just buy the stock if you want. But I went ahead and we bought it's literally the only thing I'm holding right now. We went ahead and we bought the options. Um, they were 13 cents at the time. Okay. If this goes up to back to $10, they'll be anywhere, depending on the volatility. The implied volatility is like, I think 68 right now. So if it goes a little higher, but depending on the volatility, if this goes back up to 10, it'll be around $1.20 to $2.40 an option. That's 1,000 to 2,000% gain. We've already made about 85%, 90% on this trade. I suggested that everybody buy 10. I bought 6. I don't remember why I bought 6, but I bought 6, and I may add more. So I'm just looking for the right opportunity. I'm thinking of these expire in October. I'm thinking of rolling back to November. But here's the main thing here. The pivot point is right at 957. If we can hit 957, even with where we're at, we'll probably have about a 700% return on investment. So at that 957 level is where we are going to be keeping watch. Okay, so that's my first text alert. I'll let you know about this. Hopefully we have a pullback of some kind, but this 950 level, very important. The next level is obviously the 999, $10 level. You could see that that's a strong support and resistance. But if we break that, these options will be worth a lot of money. Okay, on to the next one. The next one is Uber. Uber, love Uber right now. I think it is extraordinarily cheap. If you look at its pivot points, it's well below. I think part of this big drop has to do with the market and the way the market's been reacting lately. Um, but I definitely am considering getting into this. Um, Here's my thing. I don't want to get into Uber, seeing as how affected it was from this drop on the S&P. I do not want to get into Uber long if the market is going down. So this is completely dependent on how the S&P 500 does. And here's a little chart of the S&P 500. Um, and as you could see, if I kind of, oh, there should be an alert right here. But these are the key levels right here. Oh, I'm on the daily, that's why. There we go. All right, so you can see on the yearly chart here, the key levels are 28.90, which it was not able to really break. It did break on Friday, but came back down. So we really need to see if we could break this 28.90 level. And then a next level of importance is this 295 level. Um, if you zoom out, you'll see why it's been hitting resistance there twice at this 295 level. So those are two very important levels. If we break over 295, I'm fairly confident that the market will continue to go up. It's in Trump's best interest that the market stay up right now for him to get reelected, and I think he's literally willing to do anything to make that happen. But who knows if he's that powerful? Um, there's a lot of variables. Don't forget we got the job reports coming out. We got a lot of earnings, a lot of retail earnings coming out. All that stuff, if that's negative, I don't really know what Trump could do. The market's going to come down. I mean, he already played a major card by uh, suspending some tariffs. But regardless of that, these are two very important points that are going to determine whether or not we enter into Uber. Okay. If we break into above 28.90, I will definitely consider it. And then if we break above to 29.50, I will double my share size. That's how I want to play this. Okay. Um, and if you take a look real quick at the pivots on Uber, they're just they the next pivot is at 38.42. So if we get some options and we go and the S&P blast through 28.90, I think that we could probably hit 38.47. Would we break above that and go to the 40 mark? I don't know. This is all speculation. It all depends on how the market's doing, but I love this purchase opportunity. This is a stock I would buy the actual stock and not just options and hold for years. I think that this will be $150 in 2020 or more. So great stock, great opportunity, and even in the short term, this volatility, these big moves. I mean, come on, it moved almost $10 in a matter of 2 weeks. Could be a great swing on the rebound. We'll see. So I love Uber, big on Uber and the company's infrastructure. By the way, this is the biggest company at IPO since Facebook. Don't forget when Facebook IPO'd, it also went down a lot. But there's no way this company is gonna be a $30 stock. This is gonna be $100+ stock right now. It's just market conditions. As I said, this is market variable. Next swing is all right. Next swing is And as you can see, I have my target already set there, 38.27. That's a good exit. That's a 3-point move on the options. If you get like a 90 delta option, that's a great play. But we'll talk about actual entries and which options to buy or whether to buy stocks. We'll talk about that all in the live stream and throughout the text alerts. And by the way, I'm not saying, hey, buy these right now. I'm saying there's great potential here, and I will let you know through the alerts when I'm getting in. All right, so next one I'm looking at is Beyond. I'm looking to short Beyond or buy puts or sell calls, but I'm looking to short Beyond. Um, Again, this is completely variable, kind of on the S&P 500. Let's go ahead and see here. You could see it's hitting some kind of support at 135, and if you go ahead and look at the pivot points on Beyond, BYND, ba, 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 ba. 149 was the second one. So we blew through 149. We're now at 135, hitting some support, and the next pivot point is all the way down at 100. That is a huge move. If we can break through 135 and potentially go down to 101, I mean, that's a massive move. And look at it. The volatility of the stock, it doesn't look like that much of a move. It's a very small move for this stock and its momentum. And this stock was done the day that the CEOs did a secondary offering and bought their own shares and got rid of the restriction on their stocks, which says they have to wait 6 months to sell. They got rid of that because they knew this thing was going to dump, and they sold it literally at the top. Since then, it's been a terrible stock. This is very similar to Tilray. Come on, guys. Beyond Meat. Uh, okay. So I'm going to be considering again a 135 entry or maybe even higher. It all depends. If the market takes a dive on Monday and Tuesday, I might get in even before the break of 135. But the safest play is to get in on the break of 135. That seems to be a definite support and a great breakout point. And breakouts, you know, theoretically are great because they break out and they don't go back to a level where you'll be in a loss. If you've been trading for a while, you know that that's not necessarily true. There's always fake outs and things of that nature. But love this to the downside. Think it's a great short. Might even buy it on a pull up. If it could pull back up to what was the pivot point? 149. If it can pull back up to 149, which is very possible that it'll pull up to 149 and it doesn't break 150 on Monday and we have a down market sort of thing, I might short it at 150 or 149 as long as it doesn't break 150. That's a great pivot point, 149, because you buy at 149 and you put your stop at 150.01. Love it. Love the potential here. Again, I am short on this one. And last but not least, my baby stock. I love this stock, and I own nothing but Roku TVs, and I've been following it since its IPO. Roku, I see strong potential for Roku to the upside. And let me tell you why, and let me tell you where we're at. We are at a pivotal point. Okay, so you can clearly see the channel on Roku to the upside, very strong. Then it breaks out of the channel to the upside, okay? And now what's going to happen? Well, there's a couple things that can happen. One is it could break back down into the channel and probably continue that uptrend. Or this could be the peak and it could just dump if the market starts to dump. But we have two great things happening here. There's two factors going on. Where the channel sits, the top of the channel, is at about 127, right? Now, if you look at the pivot points on Roku, you'll see, let's see, 127.47 is the R2. Okay, so we are coming closer to the end of the month. Now, if you look at Roku's trend, all these lines are the previous pivot points. And you could see here it went higher. Here they kind of stayed the same. Here it went higher. Now it's very possible come September, the R2 could rise to something like 140. I mean, the target to the stock has been raised to 150. So again, we are at 127. We're getting close to 127 right now, and 127 also happens to be right around where the top of the channel is. So that 127 is levels what you want to watch. If we have a strong market that breaks through that 2890 level, then we have a great opportunity there. Okay, we have a great opportunity. So definitely want to see if this pulls back again to this 127. It already did pull back to 127, literally on Friday, and bounced. So this may be the bounce right here, and we might have missed the entry by a couple points. But then again, with the market as volatile as it is, let's just take a look. And I also want you to keep in mind, Roku's been paying no mind to this apparent downtrend. When the Dow was going down 800 points, this was going up, freaking 30 points or whatever it went up that day. So great stock, great potential. I will put out the everything you need. The exits for if you're going to go in on equity. If you're going to go on options, I'll put in what options to buy. I'll do the exits, and I'll trade this stuff with you with my own money. I'm very confident in these picks. I have other picks as well, but I know I tried to make this video short, and I made it longer than I wanted to. So that I'll keep for group members. Again, if you want to sign up, the $40 special ends on Tuesday. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. And I'm just going to go over one thing real quick. Boom. Let me hit on demand. Okay, so let's just say I just want to show if you have Thinkorswim how to do an OCO order because a lot of people see OCO and they don't know what that is. On some platforms, it's called a range. Here, OCO stands for one cancels the other. So let's say we are going to trade Roku, right? 1 day, 1 minute. All right. What's going on? Can I cancel that for now? Memory low. That has never happened. Actually, that has happened. That's a lie, but not in a long time. Not on this computer anyway. Okay, that aside, all right. So let's say I want to place an OCO order on Roku, whatever. Let's just say for the day. Let's just say it's not a swing trade, and so all you simply do is make sure your auto trade is not on. All right, you right click, buy custom with OCO bracket, and then everything is here for you. Okay, so you want to buy 100 shares, let's say, if it goes over the highs of the day. Let's say if it goes over 121, actually, it's actually a better entry would really be right now. But let's do this. Let's leave it at 120, and we're gonna do a stop buy order. So 120. If it hits 120, let me pause it. 120 stop order. So it will buy 100 shares if Roku hits 120. Okay. So you can use stop orders in case you didn't know offensively to buy or as a stop loss. So we're going to buy, but only if this goes over 120. Now you don't have to do that. In this scenario, I just did it. You can do a regular limit order or even a market order. So to keep things simple, I'm just going to do a market order. Okay, so we're gonna buy. Second I hit send, it's gonna buy this. My this one is my target. So let's say my target is 122. So I'm gonna be buying around 120, and my target's 122. I don't want to risk more than $1 to gain 2. So I'll make 118.99, and then so you have everything filled out. You're gonna buy it immediately. You're gonna have your stop loss in, and you're gonna have your target in. You're gonna let's hit play, hit confirm, send. Okay, it filled, and now I have both orders in. Okay, so if we just like kind of fast forward through the day, this will probably fill in the next 5 minutes. And so now you could be at work, you could be doing whatever you want to do, and you would have gotten filled. It just didn't fill because I fast forwarded. But that's how that works. So that's an OCO order, and you can even set these for swing trades. I didn't show you that one part. Let me just show you one part I forgot to show you. So if you're gonna do a swing, I suggest doing so buy custom with OCO, and you change it from day to good till cancel. You can even do good till cancel extended if you want, in case it hits your target in the extended hours. Good till cancel extended. Good till cancel extended. Oh, that won't work for a stop loss though. So you can do good till cancel, good till cancel, hit confirm and send, and that's it. So that's it. Let me see. I didn't. Let me look at your questions if you have any, and then I will end the video. It's definitely longer. I can never make these videos short. I need to work on that. All right. Very good. All right. I will see you guys next time. Don't forget the $4 special ends Tuesday. And that is all for today.